All right, guys, we got Marty's second match against Russ from Nova Fitness BJJ. It's a good match too. Russ had a good match against Dave. I believe he submitted Dave with a paper cutter, but Russ was very strong. So Marty had an absolutely terrible shot from 70 feet away, which had, had him turtle. It looked like Russ was trying to either set up like a loop choke, guillotine, or some kind of collar choke for a good portion of the time that Marty is in turtle here. So yeah, I feel like this was like a good half the match we were here repeatedly. I was yelling at Marty to attempt a peek out or a sucker drag a few times, but this gi grip that the guy had was strong. So the main thing was and Marty did a very good job. I was yelling at him, just make sure that you monitor that and do not let Russ get in too deep on that collar, because that would have been very bad. Russ just exudes power. Dude looks strong as hell. Yeah, quick attempt there. Marty might have been able to back out here for a reshot, but Marty usually feels pretty comfortable in this turtle position. Usually he's waiting for them to go to the side so that he can do a fat man roll. It's Marty's like favorite move. This guy started to get a little bit of a crank on. Marty got his hand in to defend it. I got the yawns. Yep. Snap down would have been great right here. Guy does a good job of rolling through and coming back up. Marty attempts the clock choke here. Was in good position. I'm just assuming the hand just wasn't quite deep enough, and he wasn't able to turn his hip down enough, so the guy barrel rolls. Both are still stuck in turtle at this point, which is great. Yeah, and same thing. Marty's going to work back through his series. This guy keeps working whatever collar series that he's trying to work from here. And if Russ sees this, he can always tell us what it is. Not exactly positive what he was going for here, but he was searching for that other opposite collar grip quite a bit. Yeah, almost gets the tilt, which would have been bad. Would have been able to score points. I think we're not going to be able to see it, guys, but Marty hits his fat man roll here. Almost gets his back taken. You guys can't see, but Russ's foot is like right there the whole time. Marty does a good job of clearing his hip out of that position. And then kind of gets stuck here. Does a good job walking his grips up. Marty just is able to turn on him quick enough into the turtle position. I don't know if Russ wrestled or not, but he does a good job. So at this point, I'm yelling at Marty to get his hips out and away so that he can attack the hands and turn in. This guy does a good job of keeping Marty's hips close. My head's in the way, guys, but he wasn't connecting his hands. He was keeping both hands individual, like foot hooks. I think looking to tilt Marty again at this point. Marty is able to eventually turn his hip out in a second. Goes for another log roll, but this is the one where he gets the sweep finally. Right here. Blah. So comes up on top. I believe they end up going into the table at this point. Yep. But I believe Marty had already kind of solidified being on like top in that position. And I think that's what I was shouting out, like 2 points, 2 points, 2 points. Yeah. And the guy didn't put his belt back on, which is fine, but now I'm yelling at Marty, take off your belt, because the belt, guys, as we know, one of the best grips in all of jiu-jitsu. Marty. Like, God damn it, Ben. Yep. So we're up 2, guys. Minute to go. Same exact thing, guys. Just got to keep distance at this point. And Russ does a good job of being aggressive here in a little bit. Like, yeah, he starts really snapping down. I think he almost tosses Marty off the mat at one point. But, yeah. Saw my life flash before my eyes right here, guys. This was scary. It's like, oh shit, not the TV. We've seen this before with Dan. Yep. Gets the pull. Same thing. I think Marty starts to go for like an over-under in the position a little bit. I think, yeah. So this guy starts to go for a triangle. Honestly, surprising for a big guy to go for a triangle. Marty does a good job of barely keeping the elbow out because it starts to get like, so we can't see it, guys, but it was fairly close for a second. But Marty was always just able to keep the point of his elbow out of the triangle position. So yeah, really, really, really good match. Was happy with that. Russ did a great job. Marty did a great job. That's what I like to see.